Okay, everyone. So, in accounts, we are going to start a new chapter today. We will be starting cash book. All right, and after completing cash book, we will then start journal entries. So there is one chapter that I have skipped before the cash book. We will do once we complete the cash book. Actually, cash book is comparatively easy, so I just want that we first finish the cash book as early as we can, and after that we will start the general part. Okay, so as usual, starting the cash book with the definition. What is the meaning of cash book? So cash book is what? Cash book is basically you can say a detailed journal, uh, uh, detailed financial journal that contains the information regarding the cash inflow and cash outflow. So whatever the inflows and outflows have taken place during the period of 1 year, during the period of accounting, during the accounting year. So whatever the cash inflow and outflow have been taken place in the enterprise, we record the inflow and outflow on the financial journal. That is called basically cash book. So cash book can be defined as the financial journal which contains all the information regarding the cash inflow and cash outflow. That basically means where the cash has on what purpose, for which reason you have spent the cash, and from what sources you are receiving the cash. All of these information are contained in the book which is called cash book. All right. So see, in our syllabus, according to our syllabus, cash book has been defined into has been categorized into two parts. One is called single column cash book. This is also called simple cash book, right? And there is one other cash book which is called double column cash book. So basically there are two types of cash book: single column cash book and double column cash book. In today's session we will only be discussing about the single column cash book. So let's understand the basic difference. What is the basic difference between single column cash book and double column cash book? See, the basic difference between single and double column is that single column only deals with the cash transactions, right? It basically record the cash transactions only. Single column cash book deals with cash transactions only, but double columns cash book deals with cash transaction as well as the transaction taken place through the bank. So it contains the inflow and outflow of money from bank as well. So this is the basic difference between the single column cash book and double column cash book. Single column deals with only cash transaction. Double column deals with cash as well as bank transactions. All right, everyone. So is this clear? What is a cash book? Cash book is basically financial statement, or you can say financial journal, that contains all the all the information regarding the cash inflows and outflow of the business enterprise. And other than this, we can categorize the cash book into two parts: single column cash book and double column cash book. Single column contains only cash transactions, and double column cash book contains the transaction relating to cash as well as transaction relating to bank also. So in today's session, we will be discussing about the single column cash book only. See, this is how the single column cash book looks like. So this is basically ledger that we have understood, that we have basically learned in the previous chapter. This is basically account, right? This is exactly like any other account. So we have how many columns in it? We have the column for date, then we have particular. This is called LF, is basically called ledger folio. So I will tell you about the ledger folio in the upcoming classes. So for now, you just have to know that there is a one column after the particular column which is called LF column, and then we have amount, and after that then again date, particular, LF and amount. All right. So see, this part, this is called debit side and this is called credit side. I have already explained this. And the this half side is basically left side and this is side of the account, right? So left side is basically debit side and right side is called credit side. All right. Now listen to me very carefully. In the single column cash book, on the left side, what do we record? We record the inflows of cash. Whatever the cash inflow, it will be recorded in the left side of the cash book, right? On the other hand, right side record the outflow of cash. So any outflow on account of any activity, suppose you have paid salary, you have paid wages, you have paid electricity bill, all of these expenses leading to cash outflow, right? So any outflow of cash will be recorded on the right side of the cash book, and all any inflows are recorded on the debit side, that is left side. All right. So why inflows are recorded on the debit side? Because what we are talking about, we are talking about the cash, right? And cash is what? Cash is an asset, or cash is basically, cash account is basically covered in under the real account. So in case of real account, what rule applies? The rule says that in case of real account, whenever there is inflow, whenever there is increase in the asset, what we will do? We will debit the increase, debit the account. And whenever there is decrease in the real basically asset, what we will do? We will credit the account. So is it clear, everyone? Is it clear what is cash book? Is it clear what are the different types of cash book? And is it clear that what the cash book look like?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah.
So this basically, this is called this is basically cash account. You can say this is cash account. Okay, so let's start the question based on the cash book. This will give you a better idea what the cash book actually is and how do we prepare it. All right, so starting with this question seems a little lengthy. You might feel that this is a very difficult question, but this is very easy, so no need to note this down. All right, so just pay attention and try to understand how we will prepare the cash account, single column cash account or single column cash book. See what we will do. So first of all, let's read the entire transaction once. Question first is basically enter the following transaction in single column cash book. So basically we are required to prepare the cash account from the given information. We have the information regarding the regarding that in the year 2021 on first, let's say this is 1st January. So on the first day of the year, business have started with a cash of 25,000. Then we have bought goods for cash, paid carriage, then goods sold, then received from Ram, paid to Shiv, cash sales, furniture purchased, then paid for advertisement, purchased goods from Mahesh on credit, paid to Mahesh, paid wages, received for commission, withdrew for personal use, paid salary. All of these transactions have taken place during the year. We need to prepare the cash account or cash book. So how do we do that? See, we will first of all will put an heading cash account, and how we will prepare the account. First of all, date, then particulars. You can note this down along with me. Particular, then we will basically draw a column for LF, ledger folio, then amount. All right, and after that again date, then particular, then LF again, and finally the amount. These are the columns that we are required to prepare. Okay, so this is how the cash account look like. This is basically the debit side and this is the credit side. Okay, so everyone, have you drawn this table? Everybody tell me, can we start the question?
Yes, sir.
See, so the first transaction given here is that commence business with cash. Tell me, when we commence business, what will happen? So basically, you just need to identify whether it will lead to the inflow of cash or the outflow of cash. If there is inflow of cash, it will be recorded on the which side? Debit side. So just tell me, when we commence business with cash, what will happen in the cash book? It will lead to the increase in cash or the decrease in cash, inflow or outflow? Tell me. When we start the
will
business,
decrease.
it will decrease the cash.
Business started, so in that cash will decrease for business.
Correct. Cash will increase in business. So what we will write here, we will write to, because
Sir,
we
what
have
commence meaning? Commence
commence
meaning like
basically means we have
definition.
started business. Commence basically means started. So we will write
So
as,
no purchase, no sales, no goods, no trading. Only for starting.
yeah, we have started business. See, whenever you start business, you have to make initial investment, no? You have to put certain amount as an investment into the business. So this is the initial amount of business that we have put into our business. We have invested 25,000 initially in our business. This will be considered as capital for the business, right?
Okay.
So because there is inflow of cash and we will record it as, this is clear that it will be recorded on the debit side because it is basically inflow of cash into the business, but we will record it as in the name of capital to capital account, because it is going to add to the capital, right? So what is the amount? Amount will be 25,000. Everybody clear?
Yes,
We
sir.
are recording the basically amount on the debit side because it will lead to the inflow of cash. Now we will record as in the name, by the name of capital account. All right. After that, we have bought goods for cash. Tell me what will happen. It will lead to inflow of cash or outflow of cash? Mazen, you tell me what will happen when we bought goods for cash. Outflow of cash. So tell me where it will be recorded. It will be recorded on which side? And it will be recorded on the credit side by the name of
purchases.
Correct. By purchases. By purchases. By purchase account. And what was the amount of purchase? Purchase of 10,000. So let me use this one. All right, everyone. This is the this has taken place on which date? On the 3rd. So 3rd. After that, paid carriage. Carriage is what? Carriage is a kind of expense. So when you pay the carriage, what will happen? It will lead to the cash outflow. Again,
Outflow. So credit
because
side.
there, right. So now we will write here by carriage. Okay, so carriage was 200. Okay. After that, sold goods for cash. Tell me, Peer, you tell me what will happen if we have sold goods for cash. It will lead to inflow or outflow? Peer.
Yes, sir. It will inflow.
Inflow. So it will be recorded on which side? On the debit side or credit side?
Sir, debit.
Debit. So we will write it as to sales account because we have sold goods. So we will write it as sales account. And the amount was basically 6,000. So 6,000 will be debited. Now Halima will tell me, Halima, on the 10th, we are basically received from Ram. We are receiving cash 1,000. What will happen? How I will record this transaction in the cash book.
Sir, here name is mentioned, so it's creditor.
No, name is mentioned, but it is basically saying that Ram is paying the amount. So we are not selling or purchasing anything. We are receiving amount. So received from Ram. How it will be
Okay, so
treated?
here is customer, not the creditor or debit.
Yeah, basically Ram, you can take it as it anyone. Basically, it can be basically debtor or an individual or any person basically giving 1,000 rupee. So what is happening here? It will lead to the inflow of cash, right? So we will
Yes,
write it
sir.
like this cash is coming from Ram, so we will write as to Ram account. Ram account 1,000. Done. Okay. After
Yes,
that,
sir.
paid to Shiv Kumar. Now we are paying to Shiv Kumar. Irrespective
By
of
Shiv
who
account.
is Shiv
Cash
Kumar,
will
we are
decrease.
basically concerned of that cash is going, there is outflow of cash. So we will record it as by
Shiv account.
Shiv Kumar account, Shiv account. And the amount was 2,600. Correct. 2,600. Done. Next. After that, cash sales. Cash sales simply means we have sold goods on cash. So it will be recorded on the debit side in the name of to sales account, right? And cash is 8,400. Cash sales is 8,400. This is it. Now, moving on the 18th, on 18th, we have purchased furniture for cash for office. See, what are we doing? We are purchasing furniture for cash. So there will be outflow of cash, right? And this outflow is because of furniture. So we will write it as on 18th
By
by
furniture account.
perfect. Very good. By furniture account. By furniture account. And amount is 5,000. All right. Now, next item is paid for advertisement. So how much we are paying for advertisement? 500. So paying for advertisement is what? It is a kind of expense. So we will write it as advertisement account. Advertisement account. 500. Okay. And date was 20. All right. Next, purchase goods from Mahesh on credit. Now tell me how this transaction will be recorded in the cash book. Do you think this transaction is relevant for the cash book? Tell me. We are purchasing
No,
goods
sir.
from Mahesh on credit. There is no inflow of cash. There is no outflow of cash. We are purchasing goods on credit. So basically we are purchasing good, but we are not making any payment. So this transaction does not involve any inflow and outflow of cash. So from the cash book point of view, this transaction is not relevant, right? So we will skip this transaction. We will not record this transaction in the cash book. Now, 24th, on 24th, what we are doing, we are basically paying to Mahesh, paid to Mahesh 4,000 on 24th. So on 24th, we are paying to Mahesh. So it will be, because there is outflow, so Mahesh account, we will basically credit the cash account by Mahesh account. All right. Any doubt, any problem?
No, sir.
No. Now, next item, next is paid wages on 25th. On 25th by wages account. How much? 400. See, by wages account 400. And after that, received commission. Tell me where it will be recorded. Received commission. It will lead to
Debit
inflow.
to commission account.
Commission will be debited. So 22 commission account. To commission account will be debited by 1,500. So 1,500. Next, after that, 28 item is withdrew for personal use, 2,200. Tell me how it will be recorded. It will be recorded either on which side, debit or credit. We are basically withdrawing. So withdrawal will lead to increase in the cash or
By
decrease in the
drawing.
cash.
Decrease. So
Correct. So we
by
will write
drawing
it as
account.
by drawings account. By drawing account. So drawing is 2200. So we will write it as by drawing account 2200. All right. Just a minute. Now, there is, I think, one more transaction left. Paid salary. So paying salary will also lead to the outflow of cash. So we will write it as paid salary on 31st by salary account. Okay. How much was the amount? 700. Okay. Done. Now what we will do, we will close this account and we will ensure that both the sides should tally. So first of all, we will total both the sides. Okay. So total of this side is 25,000 plus 6,000, 31,000, 32,000 and 40,400. Then we have 41,900. I think total should be 41,900. Okay. Now what we will do, we will total this side also. So can anyone tell me what is the total of this side on the credit side?
37,900.
37,900. So 41,900. Just a minute.
No, sir, I'm not getting that.
You're not getting this? See what I am doing basically.
There's a
we-
total.
You are not getting the total. All right. So what is the total according to you? Total of
One
this
minute. I'll just check again.
10,000 plus 200 plus 2,600 plus 5,000 plus 500 plus we have 4,000,
4,000.
then plus 400, then
We get
2,200 plus 700. So answer will be 25,600.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir,
25,000,
that's
right? So I am getting 25,600 as the answer. So what we will do, we will now reduce this amount out of this total amount 41,900. So less 41,900. So there is a difference of 16,300. So we will write it here as the buy balance, right? Everybody clear about this buy balance? What we will write here, buy balance CD. It will be 16,300. Now both the sides will have the same amount, 41,900. All right, everybody.
yes.
Sir, I
Any
don't
doubt?
Yes,
understand the
sir.
last one.
Sorry, Peer. Bata,
Sir,
tell me.
You're adding 16,300.
I'm not adding 16,000. See what is happening here. We basically are required to tally both the sides, right? So when we have total this side, we have total amount of 41,900. So out of this 41,900, what we have done, we have spent this amount. See, we have spent 10,000, 200, 2,600, 5,000, 500, 4,000, 400, 2,200 and 700 for different purposes, right? So at the end of the
Yes,
year,
sir.
what is the amount of cash that we are left with? So in order to calculate the balance amount, what we do from this total amount, we reduce these values. And after doing
Okay,
this,
sir.
we will get the balancing figure. This balancing figure indicate that we have total 16,300 cash left in the business at the end of the year. At the end
Sir?
of the year. Yes, Mazen.
Sir, for the credit side, what total did we get?
On the credit side, your total was, I think I have got 25,600.
Okay.
25,600. Just check out the solution. I already
got
have the solution. Of,
37,900.
you have got 37,900.
Yeah.
So that is probably incorrect because 10,000 is the highest value, 1,000, then we have 5,000, then we have 4,000. This make 19,000. Mazen, this will be probably around 25,000. Let me check the solution. Just a minute. Let's check out the solution. See, this is the solution, and our solution and the solution that I have on the slide both tallies. So I think we have made the correct total. 25,600 will be the total of the credit side. So this is the solution. So do you guys have any doubt, any problem understanding this question? Halima, Peer, Steve, Samiksha, and Mazen. Any doubt?
No, sir.
sir.
It's clear.
Okay. So there is one more question, and this question you will do this question. I'll give you 10 minutes. Finish this question. Just a minute. So this is the question. See, I'm here. If you have any doubt understanding any point, do let me know. So let me read this question for you. These are the various transactions that basically Messrs. Mukherjee and Brothers has basically transacted. First of all, there is a balance of cash in hand. See, what is balance of cash in hand? Whenever we start a business, whenever we start the business during the year, the information will be given as commence business with cash, right? But if the business is already ongoing, so this information will not be available. Instead of this, there will be information like this: balance of cash in hand. So we have ongoing business, and at the beginning of the year, we have 50,000 as cash in our hand. So listen to me carefully. When you do this, when you prepare the cash account this time, what you will do, first of all, because we have the cash, already have cash in our hand, so we will write to balance BD. This basically means we have the brought down balance. Brought down basically means at the end of the last year, we have the carried down balance. See, let me show you through. Okay, see, suppose this is year 2000. Let's say this is year 2021. So we were preparing the account for the year 2020-21. All right. And at the end of the year, we have the how much cash left with us? 16,300. All right. So when we continue with the business in the next year also, and when we will prepare the cash account in the next year, what we will do, we will start our cash account like this. See, so we will also prepare the other column, but for the timing, I'm just trying to explain. So we will write here as to balance BD. This is balance brought down. This will be 16,000 and just a minute, 16,300. This is what we will do in the next year when we will be making cash account for the year. Tell me, for the year 2021 and 22. When we will be making cash account for the year 2021 and 22, we already have certain amount of cash with us, right? So we will write it as to balance BD. Is it clear, everybody? So at the end of the year, whatever the amount you are left with is called balance CD. And when you start when you continue making the same account in the next year, you will write this amount as the balance BD in the next year, 16,300. And accordingly, now every transaction will be like the transaction we have passed in the previous account. Is everyone clear? Any
Yes,
doubt?
sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, anyone, any doubt? Mazen, Peer?
Sir, I have a doubt in the purchases good from Gopi on credit. How will we do that?
Okay, just a minute. But just tell me the point I'm explaining. Is it clear? No?
Yes, sir, it's great.
Balance of cash in hand. All right. So you have a doubt in basically this question. Balance of cash in hand. This is clear. Purchase of goods for cash. Purchase goods from Gopi on credit. See, Mazen, this transaction does not involve any cash inflow and outflow. Does it? purchase of goods from Gopi on credit. So we have
Yeah.
basically purchasing goods, but we are not paying goods. So there is no inflow, there is no outflow. This is it. It will not
So
be
we
recorded
put
in
it
the
on-
cash book.
Oh, okay.
So try to attempt this question, all of you. I'm
Okay.
giving you 10 minutes. Solve this. Then I will show you the solution of this.
So can you tell me the amount for the 13 transaction?
13th. Just on 13th, purchase goods from Gopi for cash rupees 10,000.
Okay, so thanks.
Purchase goods from Gopi for cash 10,000. So basically there will be outflow of cash on account of purchase. So we will write it as by purchase account 10,000. Even though name is mentioned here, we are purchasing goods from Gopi, but because here it is also mentioned that we are purchasing goods on cash, so it will not be treated as that we have purchased goods from Gopi on credit, because cash is already mentioned. So we have the clear idea that goods have been purchased on cash, so it will be recorded in the cash book on the credit side.
Sir,
Yes,
the 13th one is 20,000, right?
13th one is 10,000. This is
So
10,000.
there is blur, so I
Achha, okay, no problem. So this is 10,000. Let me share the screen with you. Just a minute. Now it will be clear, I think.
Yeah, sir.
yes, sir, is clear.
So finish.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. Halima, are you done?
Sir, I'm doing.
Okay. Peer, having any problem? Steve, any problem, any doubt? Okay, so in this question, first of all, first transaction balance of cash in hand, it will be recorded as to balance BD 50,000 on the debit side, right? After that, we have purchased goods for cash, so it will be recorded on the credit side by the name by purchase account 22,000. Okay. After that, on the 7th, we have purchased goods for 15,000. If nothing is mentioned, we will presume that we are purchasing goods on cash. So purchase goods 15,000, it will be recorded on the credit side as well by purchase account 15,000. 7th April by purchase account 15,000. After that, purchasing goods from Gopi on credit. So because we are purchasing goods on credit, it will not be reflected in the cash book. After that, on 13th, we are purchasing goods from Gopi for cash. Now we are purchasing goods for cash. It will be recorded on the credit side by the name by purchases account. All right, 10,000. Next, we are selling goods on 15th of April. So it will be recorded on the which side? On the debit side by the name to sales account.
To sales account.
To sales account 8,400. And after that, on 18th, we are also purchasing furniture for cash for office use. All right, so it will be recorded on the credit side by the name of by furniture account. All right. Then we are basically paying for advertisement. This is a kind of expense. It will be because there is if you are making an expense, it will lead to the outflow of cash. So it will also be recorded on the credit side by the name by advertisement. After that, we have again purchased goods from Mahesh on credit. So this will again not be reflected. Just a minute. Yes, sir.
Sir, I think this is wrong question.
Yeah, this is the right question. Question number 2. Okay, sold
Yes.
goods on for 20,000. Now it has been recorded. 18th item, 18th transaction is sold goods to Vishwakarma on credit. So we are selling goods to Vishwakarma on credit. So it has no basically significance in cash book. So it will not be recorded in the cash book. All right. 20th. On 20th, what we are doing, sold goods to Raghunandan for cash. So now it will be recorded on the debit side by what we will do. We will write the name of the customer, or we will write the by sales account. Tell me. We will write Raghunandan or by sales account. Tell me.
Sales account.
Sales account. Whenever we sell the goods on cash, we write the sales account to sales account 18,000. All right. After that, on the 25th, we are receiving the commission. So commission is a kind of income. It basically leads to the inflow of cash. So it will be recorded on the debit side to commission account 5,000. After that, paid rent. We are paying rent of 10,000. Paying rent of 10,000. So it will lead to outflow of cash. It will be recorded on the credit side by the name by rent account 10,000. Now, when it comes to the tallying, what we will do, we will first total this side, debit side, and whatever the balance in this side, whatever the access in this side, we will record the balancing figure on the credit side. So total of this side is 93,000, right? And
Yes.
there is a deficit of
36,000
on the credit side. Hence, we will write it as the balancing figure as by balance CD. And now see, in the next year, we will continue. We will in the next month, what we are doing, basically continuing the cash account with the to balance BD 36,000. So the closing balance of a particular month or a particular year will be considered as the opening balance for the next year or the next month. So if this is the closing balance, this is the opening balance of the next month. Closing balance is always written as CD, carried down, by balance carried down, and balance opening balance is written as to balance BD. All right, everyone. Any doubt? Guys,
No,
tell
sir.
me. Okay. Okay, now we have one more question, and this you will do as your homework. This is pretty similar
Sir,
question.
Where
Yes.
can you share?
Sharing screen. Just a minute. See, these are the various transactions. Read these transaction, and if you feel any that there is going to have any problem, just ask me now. This will be your homework, and there is, I think there is one more question after this. No, I think there are only 3
Sir,
questions.
I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
So the third one, the bank account one, we have to record or no?
Purchase good for cash. Acha,
No,
okay.
no, no.
Open a
Third
bank
one.
account and deposit. Yeah, this will lead to the this will lead to what? Open a bank account and deposit it. So this will
Yeah.
lead to outflow of cash. This is
Yes.
impacting cash, no? If we
Yes.
are basically opening account and depositing cash, it will basically lead to outflow of cash. So it will be recorded on the credit side of the cash book as the
Oh,
buy bank account by the name of buy
oh,
bank account. Okay,
okay.
see the fifth transaction, purchase goods for cash. It will be recorded on the credit side. Purchase goods. This will be also treated as we have purchased goods on cash. So it will be recorded on the credit side as well. Now on the 10th, what we are doing, purchasing goods from Suryakant. So because just the name is given, we will treat that it is purchased on credit from Suryakant. So tell me whether it will be relevant for the cash book or not.
No, no, it won't be.
No. And after
No,
that,
sir.
on the 12th, paid to Suryakant. We are making payment to Suryakant. See what is happening here. We are paying Suryakant 38,800. What is the total amount due against Suryakant? Total amount due is
40,000.
40,000, but we are only paying him 38,800, and he is giving us discount of 1,200. Listen to me very, very carefully. This transaction that has taken place on 10th of the February, it will not be recorded in the cash book, right? But because we are making payment to Suryakant on the 12th February, this will lead to the outflow of cash. It will be recorded in the cash book by the name basically by Suryakant on the credit side. All right. But tell me, how will you treat the discount received? Discount received. Whenever a person gives you discount, can do the discount leads to the inflow or outflow of cash? Tell me,
Inflow.
is there
Inflow.
inflow of cash? Is there any inflow?
Oh, wait,
No.
discount received. It's
Discount,
credit.
no. Listen to me carefully. What I'm saying, when a person gives you discount, this is obviously this is a profit, right? There is a
Yes.
gain. What I'm saying, is there any inflow of cash? If somebody is giving you discount, there is no inflow of cash.
No.
He is basically allowing you to pay the less amount. So you are basically paying 38,800 and he has allowed you 1,200 of discount. So discount is no way affecting the cash. Neither there is inflow of cash nor outflow of cash. So for the cash book point of view, from the cash book point of view, discount received is of no relevance from the cash for the cash book. Discount received will not be recorded in the cash book because discount received does not create any inflow, neither there is outflow of cash. Tell me, everyone clear?
Yes, sir. So the 26th one, withdrew cash from bank, that one will put it as debit, right?
26th.
Yeah, the withdrew cash from
I'm
bank.
coming on. I'm coming to that
Okay.
point. Just a minute. So is it clear, everyone? 12th February transaction taken place on 12th February. Is it clear to everyone? Paid to
Sir,
Suryakant?
Sir,
Yes.
so
Yes,
discount
sir.
received won't be recorded only.
Yeah, this will not be recorded because discount received is basically have no relevance from the point of from the cash book point of view. Discount is obviously a profit, but the person giving you discount is not giving you any cash, right? So there, in case of discount, there is no inflow of cash, there is no outflow of cash. All right, let's suppose I want to sell you this mobile phone for rupees 15,000. Okay, and you are bargaining from me and you ask me to sell this phone at rupees 12,000. So I said, okay, I'll give you 3,000 discount. So tell me how much amount you will pay to me now. Only 12,000.
What?
I am giving you the discount of 3,000. Tell me what will happen to the value of discount. The discount will lead to the inflow or outflow of cash. Nothing.
Nothing.
Neither it will create the inflow nor the outflow. Hence,
Cash will.
discount received can be a profit, can be treated as a profit, for you, but there is no inflow and outflow of discount. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Now, 15th item, transaction taken place on 15th, paid wages in cash. This will be credited by wages. Then we have paid to casual laborers. Then by like this will be also recorded by wages account. Then 20. Then on the 20th, sold goods to Devraj for cash. It will be recorded on the debit side by the name by sales account. After that, paid electricity bill by electricity account. Okay. Okay. Then after that, 26 on 26 withdrew cash from bank. Withdrew cash from bank will reduces the what bank balance, right? But it will increases what? It will increases the cash. So tell
Increases
me,
cash.
when you withdrew the cash from bank, on which side of the cash book it will be recorded?
Debit side.
Debit side. And by the name, how you will record this?
With drawings.
No, it
To
is not
bank
drawing.
account.
Oh,
To
sorry.
bank account. You will record it
to
as
bank.
to bank account. This is not drawing. And if it would have been a drawing, it would be recorded on the credit side. But because we are basically withdrawing the cash from the bank, and it will basically lead to the cash inflow into the business, so it will be recorded on the debit side. Now on the 27th, receive for cash sales. So we are basically selling goods on cash and we are receiving the amount, so it will be debited on the cash book as to sales account. And last is paid for miscellaneous expenses. Miscellaneous expenses, because it is a
Credit.
kind of expense, so it will be credited into the cash book by the name by miscellaneous expenses account. All right.
Yes, sir.
So please consider this as your homework. Try to attempt this. All right. So this is it for today in the accounts. We will be discussing about the basically double column cash book in the next class. So for now, this is it in the accountancy part. We'll see you tomorrow with the double column cash book. So if you want to ask any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will continue from this point tomorrow. Halima, Mazen, P, Samiksha, and Steve. Any doubt you
Yes,
want
sir.
to ask?
No, sir.
No
it's
doubt, sir.
Okay.
So I have
So
one.
yes. Tell me.
So the withdraw cash from bank one, if we said that withdraw cash from bank for personal use, will it be still in debit or will it go for credit?
If we have withdrawn the fund from the bank for personal use, so it would
Yeah.
be considered as a drawing, but it will not be recorded in the cash book because there would be no relevance of cash book in that case. If we
Okay.
will withdraw the fund from the bank, it will affect the bank account only, right? If we
Okay.
withdraw the cash from the bank and we are not bringing it into the business, it will just affect the bank account and it will be
Okay.
treated as a drawing. It have no
Okay.
relevance in the cash book. Okay. So this
Thank
is
you,
it, guys. See you tomorrow with the new concept. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.
sir. Allah.
Thank you, sir.